And there's the
God.
computer lady. The first
And
time for 2024.
woo!
Yeah.
We are
Happy New Year,
prepared.
everyone.
Happy New Year. We're prepared to screw up in all new and exciting ways.
And some old.
That is a way
Yeah,
better
mostly
intro than I
old.
had.
We don't have anything new yet. We haven't leveled
Just
up yet.
nailed it. Screw up in new and exciting ways. Here we go. It's nice to know we're off to the same solid start.
Listen, brand consistency.
Yeah, really. Who needs the players shouting obscenities at the game master when we're all just fucking insane?
Okay. So, during our last session, which you may or may not remember before the holidays,
That was last year.
I know, so last year, the fabulous unlucky bunch decided it was a great idea to split the party. They had some things they needed to accomplish around town before they went on the milk run, as someone described it, of returning the obsidian shard to one scholar who is currently residing in another district in the city of Lithia. So Dundon, Thea, and Yadu headed over to Vault 7 to secure the group's treasures, gold, gems, trade goods, all that stuff.
Mm.
Yadu seemed to be quite taken with the representative of Vault 7 who was assisting you. Whilst you were figuring out treasures and stuff, Thea also remembered that you are part owners of the Altus Hook Hill Caravan Company.
Mhm.
And at some point you should be pulling some form of income from them. And that there was some form of income that was supposed to arrive with them in Bend whenever they showed up.
Mm.
Seeing as that was supposed to have happened some days ago, it was a thought that sort of cropped up and everyone went, oh yeah. And
We've
then we
been
moved on.
busy. We've been busy.
The more exciting trip from most people's point of view, not Yadu, Azathan and Elsbeth headed out because there wasn't
Paper and
enough
ink.
You need new fucking paper, you nerd.
paper and ink was not available to make a copy to make the notes from the codex. So as the two of them headed into Fisherman's Alley, they were ambushed by a bard and a handful of thugs, who were slightly tougher variety than the previous brand of thugs that have come after you. However,
Martyr too.
the bard, keeping with the theme, Elsbeth was quite smitten with the bard, albeit potentially for different reasons. Magically enchanted. And as soon as Elsbeth was ensnared, the thugs made a grab for her. And that pretty much is the point where Azathan said, no, I have no cool, I have no calm. And
Chose violence.
went to Planet Overkill and brought it with him. And essentially did lightning strikes on the entire neighborhood.
Somehow not hitting a single civilian.
To be fair, they were all centered on me.
That is true.
The
There was some
center
friendly
of the
fire.
storm calling lightning down directly onto anyone and everyone around you,
Yes.
wiping them out. Charcoal bits, scars on the pavement. Except for the bard, who saw this coming and said, uh-oh, and ran. You don't know which direction. The bard has a minimum of a 2-round head start on you, and there is the minor difficulty of a certain cuff that was clinked onto Elsbeth's arm.
Yeah.
That
Yep.
would be the magic deadening cuff.
Mm-hmm.
No spells happening.
Correct. This is
Mhm.
frustrating.
So Azathan, who did
Yep.
take a number of hits,
Yep.
transformed into a horse, wild shape, and Elsbeth hopped on Azathan's back. There's a Yoda joke there somewhere, and
There's a few jokes there.
and that
You're not my type.
that is where we left off. So the question now becomes for Azathan and Elsbeth, now what?
Well, it's gonna be real simple here, Chief. I'm just gonna take a look. We're basically gonna get to if I remember correctly, this alley would basically ended in like a two-way or three-way intersection.
Two-way, straight ahead or right.
I'm gonna look up.
We
I'm gonna
know
just
the direction
check.
he initially started in.
Yeah. Do we have any idea, any inkling of at least where they started running off to, or?
As you're facing the direction where the bard was, it would be to your right.
Okay.
Screen up when we were looking at the map.
All
Yeah.
right. Speaking of, do we have a
Well, so I didn't want to jump to that because you're going to be leaving that particular map, and I have no idea where the hell you're going. So
reasonable?
Neither do we.
It's just going to be a quick visual check. Did they? Can I see them? Any kind of tracking and tracing?
can you do that in horse form?
Let me double check my stat block real quick.
Because there was a thing about speed that your speed basically
I have a speed
doubles
of
on a standard move. However, the question now is, did the person run away in a straight line, or were there any other possibilities?
yeah, that's kind of the thing, because if I can't spot them, if I or Elsbeth can't spot them, we're just gonna make a line. Well, actually, we probably shouldn't head straight back to the hideout.
Did
But we,
is there an apparent trail of destruction? Like, oh God, people pushed out of the way. It's only been about 12 seconds since death.
So, as you step forward out of the ozone haze, and you look up the alley, you do see there's a lot of people there's a large number of people milling about, looking around like, oh God, what happened? Both of you give me a d20 roll to see if you can perceive that if this person is still there or not.
all right, so this is using the horse's wisdom for that.
That was your soft stats, but it's hard stats.
He's got horse sense.
Let me double check real quick.
Yeah, double check that because I don't remember clearly. I don't see shit.
You're
Unless-
you're more than a little distracted and frustrated by your cuff.
Yeah. Hence the 6 on the perception check.
Your game statistics are replaced, but you retain your alignment, personality, intelligence. Okay, cool. So I get to use my wisdom for this perception.
Woohoo!
I am in a very observant horse. And this is a perception?
Yes.
Idiot.
Yeah, that is a 22.
Oh, damn.
I have a
You-
+7 to perception.
You do actually. You think you see this person ducking around a corner.
Okay.
You're probably 2 blocks behind, and there is a crowd. Apparently, this person is fast when motivated.
As any reasonably terrified person would be.
And when lightning is involved,
Gotta go.
Well,
Bye.
I have a question.
Okay.
So my standard movement speed is 60 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Reasonably, if I dash, that's 120 feet of movement.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna gallop through the middle of the crowd.
I'm probably not going to gallop through the middle of the crowd, especially given that one of my abilities is trampling charge, and I don't want to kill people. So, at least, correction, I don't want to kill people who have no reason to die.
Spoken
Shit.
like a true murder hobo.
I'm not a murder hobo. They haven't deserved it.
Considerate.
Listen, they tried to steal the fucking wizard. Listen, if Thea and I can't turn her in, they can't have her.
Oh,
Well,
it's
this
Thea
is
and
true.
I now.
Shut up. Shut up, cripple. All right.
Oh, no. I see we're
Yeah,
starting the
yeah,
year off
shut
on the right foot.
Fuck up, Plague Bearer.
Oh, my God.
All right. I'm gonna try and close the distance. I will move my 60 feet. I assume going through the crowds is gonna make that a little bit difficult. Some difficult terrain, if you will.
It is something of a challenge, but people seem to be much more willing, given what has gone on, to try to get out of the way.
Reasonable and appreciated.
So you make an effort, but as soon as you get to the spot where you saw the person turn and duck, it is an alley, and it is a relatively small alley.
As in,
As in, you ain't gonna fit.
Skinny.
Not as a horse.
hmm,
Did the whole climbed over the buckets, climbed over the trash cans kind of a thing, ducked down through the boxes, through the hole in the fence on the other side.
all right. So, question. This is probably where I, as a druid, might have a bit of a struggle here. But I am generally smart enough to figure out if they've got some kind of pattern to how these blocks are laid out.
There's no pattern here.
There is no pattern here. All right, so it's just going to be
It is
there's no cutting them off at the pass here.
this particular area is an absolute jumble.
Shit.
Someone like Tordal could do it, but not us.
Yeah. Fuck. I'll remember what they look like. Elsbeth will remember what they look like. But if we've lost them, it's not worth tracking them down. We're just gonna have to go and find a place to lose some heat for a little bit before we head back to the hideout.
You
I
still
can't
don't have any
communicate.
paper.
No, I still don't have any paper
Or ink.
No.
or ink. I feel like there are other things that take priority right now. Mostly because I can't communicate this since I'm a horse. So I don't know what horse swearing sounds like, but I'm pretty sure that's as close as I'm gonna get.
Use the other end.
Yeah, let's say they just poop somewhere.
No, I'm not gonna go shit a brick yet. Yeah, all
Well,
right. I'll give up.
I guess I can't see them. I think we lost them.
Yeah, I will. I will go until I can find an alley or someplace that is generally off the road or off the side, mostly out of view, and then shape back.
Okay. Not an issue. You do after a couple of minutes, you do see there are a number of guard patrols running towards where you were. No
Mhm.
one seems to be paying any attention to you.
Excellent. Are you okay?
Kind of.
They're getting too smart and too close for any of our goods. We need to be more careful. Let me see if there is. Thea would have this thing off in a minute. But I'm not Thea. And so this is a magic nullifying cuff, correct?
Correct.
So it seems, yes.
Magic from Elsbeth, not from others.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
Well, to be fair, you don't know if it's a radius effect thing because none of that
True.
has happened within the radius since then.
True.
Very true.
All right. Well, I will see. I'm just gonna place my hand on the cuff. Does that have any effect?
No.
I'm gonna try and just fuck. I don't think I have any spells. It would be there for flavor, but not so much as effect. Because I was thinking I could try and cast infestation into the locking mechanism itself to see if I can break it. I don't.
Elspeth, you have to get cozy with all the bugs.
It's just a bunch of mycelium and such just kind of
Oh, all the
growing
shrooms.
into the lock itself. No,
Always lightning strike.
I'm not gonna do that.
Hold your hand over this anvil.
No!
Here, hey, I've got heat metal.
I was about to say only if you want to die, but that's kind of hard for me to do right now.
Yeah, very much so. All of that hubris taken away with one cuff. It's not even fashionable.
No, that's the worst part. It isn't. It's ugly.
I'm just going through my I don't think.
Unless you have a knock spell, I think it's stuck for the moment until Thea shows up.
Well, fun
I
thing,
do.
I have two solutions in the immediacy, depending on how badly you want that cuff off. I have a
Unless you
scroll
like
of
either of these?
I have a scroll of knock or a potion of gaseous form.
I mean, I just have a knock I can use like twice a day. You just go back.
That is, yeah. Granted, I don't know if you have that or not.
You would have, because I got
There's
that
a
was what I
keyhole
got
on
the
this. Thea
token
can
I
probably
got
pick
from
it.
Fair.
that's what I got from was it Flame Drake?
Neat. But yeah, all right. So look, we need to keep a low profile and get back to our hideout. We need to do something about your hair.
The one place in the world where you'd think it'd be camouflaged.
You'd think, but somehow, I don't know, Liz, if it's not your hair, we need to figure out how they're tracking you, because this is the second time we've been ambushed in a big city by a bunch of thugs trying to abduct you. And while I don't mind getting us out of a jam, I don't like that it's becoming a trend.
Well, to be fair, the first time we just had someone following us. It wasn't. Oh, wait, no, there was the big dude too.
There was a dude big enough he couldn't chase us down an alleyway.
Yeah, no, I remember that now.
Uh-huh. I remember that vividly.
No
I'm
idea how somebody who is a socialite and made an appearance at one of the biggest events in the year could be tracked down by a bounty hunter.
Yeah, probably. But, I did forget about the party. We need to do something about your hair.
How in the world is she being tracked?
I wasn't being subtle. It was part of the plan.
To be fair. What plan?
To draw out all of the bounty hunters, evidently.
Suicidal plans are not covered under your life insurance policy.
We're offering
Let's
life
go.
insurance now?
Yeah.
Um,
Do you have diamonds?
Side note,
Yes.
should we ever run into a TPK and we need to do another game. Everyone could be some form of cleric working for an insurance company in the D&D world that goes to recover parties that blow themselves up.
Absolutely.
I saw that as an idea, and I'm like, that's amazing. just all the insurance paperwork that you could bring in a D&D world. Like, oh wait, I have a scroll for that. Hold please.
Consult Holden because
I
he's
have
the guy.
I have an entire book for this concept. What do you mean?
Acquisitions Incorporated.
There you go.
But listen.
Okay, sorry.
No, we're
Back
good.
back to your plotting and planning.
We need to
You
get
know-
back to we need to get back to the house.
Well, I mean, while you're out, you may as well grab the paper and the ink. I mean, you're probably right there.
Eric, are we almost right there?
Indeed you are.
Oh my we're gonna go shopping and then we're going home.
That was the plan.
No, there is no plan here. This is no. Where's the shop?
Would have we the one behind you?
You're standing right in front of it.
Fuck you. Go get your paper. I'm gonna be this close to you the entire fucking time. Go.
Yeah.
There is just this tapestry of elvish profanity that is being woven into the atmosphere.
Which I understand every word of.
Good.
Oh, glorious.
I'm getting up my check for craps sign. Yeah, I
Uh,
took
okay.
out the T and put in a C, so check for craps.
so while we're going on our eventful shopping spree,
Well, we were attracted by the noise, if I'm not mistaken. We had at least heard the rumbling of thunder and lightning, and we figured it might have something to do with the other half of our group, so we were going to investigate.
heard
Very
and
true.
seen, because that cloud is clearly visible
yeah.
above houses.
Yeah, we knew where the cloud was.
Yeah, I think that's still going.
Are you concentrating?
No, I am not, because wild shape breaks concentration, I think.
No,
But-
I don't think so. That's what makes
No.
it so fun.
Oh no, it doesn't break concentration. You're right.
And I'm sure you wouldn't have had the wherewithal to drop it, so therefore, we're going to continue to head towards the maelstrom that's...
Transforming doesn't break your concentration on a spell that's already cast, however, or prevent you from taking actions. Oh, such as call lightning that you've already cast. Oh, I'm so glad it's spelled out in the book. Yes, I am the Thunder Bear.
No, Thundercats.
But, well, no. I mean, yes, but no.
So yeah,
You can tell I
I'm
have
gonna
a
go
toddler because I just
buy-
had Super Kitty like totally go in my head with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go buy a shit ton of paper and ink, for this tome.
Oh,
Okay. So I was just in fact looking at doing a little pricing. How much gold do you have with you?
My character sheet has 113, so probably that because I'd keep it close by.
Okay.
Hmm.
So the ink that you're going to need probably, well, are you going for straight regular ink or are you trying to get fancy with any of it? As you go into this little shop, the paper has varying grades depending on, do you want vellum? Do you want regular parchment? Do you, what this person has excellent supplies,
Yeah, which is
as
good.
well as a number of different types of ink, including some unusual ingredients like octopus, squid ink, things like that, depending on what it is that now conceivably you could grab 2 or 3 bottles of just the regular stuff because it's all you really need.
Yeah, from what I understand, we weren't trying to forge. We just were going to copy the information.
So let's see. I'm gonna do some math because I'm gonna use a calculator because math is hard.
Barbie
So
said so.
10 silver pieces is a gold piece, or is it 20?
It's 10.
10.
10 silvers is a gold, which is
Math is for blockers.
and we said it was 280 pages.
Hmm.
Something like that.
There-ish.
So the blocks, basically the couple of reams of paper that you would need, plus 2 things of ink. Well, the ink is about 15 a piece per bottle.
Yeah.
You get 1 or 2. The stack of paper would run you about 55 or 60 gold pieces. So we're talking 90-ish gold, depending on whether or not you want to try to haggle.
Mm. How standard do the prices seem?
Well, do recall this is Lithia, so everything gets a percentage added right away. Everything in Lithia is expensive, 10 to 20% more than list price.
Okay.
So it's not outrageously overpriced, but you're like, oh, really?
You're paying city taxes. We
But you
don't
can-
have time to haggle.
You could try. In fact, I will do it as a straight up charisma versus charisma roll.
Oh,
Would this be a persuasion check?
Sure.
I'm proficient in those.
All right. Let's see how it works out.
Let's see how
um,
you have a thought there, Azathan?
I'm thinking of how I can assist you in this matter, but I am probably nothing but a detriment right now because I'm like, just fucking pay and let's go. So I will keep out of it.
Okay, 16.
You are a hard bargainer, but this guy he holds all the cards.
Yeah.
85 get you what you need. 85 gold. Get you all the pages that you need and 2 things of ink.
Okay.
All right.
I'm not gonna push hard because Azathan's close to having a stroke.
Fucking God.
Now you have a fat bundle of paper and a couple of new vials of ink, and it's actually you are still a wizard at heart.
Yes.
You do still have a little bit of that whole office supplies.
That's
It's like
the
a
thing,
back
give
to
me the
school
bag.
sale.
It's like it's the fucking I can't believe I'm just blanking. It's the Scholastic book it's the book fair.
Nice.
It is.
Those old things, yeah. Yeah. Azathan, give me the bag so we can go.
I will just open the bag so you can push it in. Take the bag. Ooh, I don't have the bag.
Oh, you don't have the bag.
I gave the bag to Thea because that had all of the stuff we wanted to put in the bank.
Yes,
So-
back.
We have a good old fashioned regular backpack.
Backpack.
Yeah. Just shopping bags, yep. All right.
Dora the
Map.
No.
Thanks, Dora.
I'm the map.
Oh gods, yeah. All right, let's go. You got your paper and your and the ink.
Yes, I've got paper and ink.
Okay, is that going to be enough?
Yeah.
Should be.
Good. Let's go. It looks like as soon as we leave, it's like, all right, it looks like most of the guards running that way. Not a whole
Oh,
lot
you've
of it.
been in the shop long enough.
Okay.
There are guards are fanning out. There's people all over the place.
Yep.
It's a totally different scenario than when you went into that shop.
Shit. Okay. We're just gonna try and casually make our way back
Yeah, we can just
to
go.
back to the
There are
house.
people here. There are people still doing their business.
The
And
two of you don't be suspicious. Don't
Don't be suspicious. Listen, it's between myself and Elsbeth and myself and Thea.
What could go wrong?
Everything. Literally everything.
Okay. Just because. Where did those go? There they are. Oh, we have to see. Oh dear. You're kind of getting the side eye from one set of guards. They
Uh-huh.
haven't quite connected all the dots, but you're getting some hard side eye from a couple of the guards as you go by.
Okay. Don't look at them. Don't make eye contact. Do not look at them. Do not make eye contact. Treat them
Just
like a
continue
beggar at a
arguing
stoplight.
like
Just we're a
an old
bunch of
married
magic
couple.
nerds. We're just a bunch of magical academic uppity nerds. Just treat them like you do the beggars at a stoplight. Let's go.
So,
That was recorded for posterity.
stoplights.
if the rest of you are traveling together and attempting to go to that area, would like each of you to give me a perception roll to see if you actually figure out where the hell anyone is. Because the thundercloud seems to have cleared some minutes ago.
15.
Perception.
Suspicious. Don't
21.
be suspicious. Don't be
20.
suspicious. Be suspicious.
Thea, with the true instincts of the crowd, just goes, nah, nerds are over there buying paper.
Did we tell anyone what our?
No, we had
'cause y'all
already left.
No,
Yeah,
we
you
were
guys
gone.
left first, and then
Yep.
Elsbeth was like, "Hey, I need to go buy paper. You want to
It
come
was
with me?"
supposed to be in and out, in
Yeah.
by out.
But
Yeah,
that's like
uh-huh.
Thea, that was like there's like candle shops and paper and ink and there's a bunch of that kind of stuff down in that area. And you're like, oh no, that's where they're going. You knew it. You're about 3/4 of the way there and you see them coming the other direction. You're like, there they are.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
As I just picture them with the reams and everything looking everywhere, but like at people looking shady as fuck. Like,
Right.
Put it in the backpack. You
I'm
gotta
just
go.
trying to carry paper and ink. That's all I'm doing. I know how to walk.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you all
You
get
see-
back together.
Elsbeth is like carrying all this shit, and I'm just scorched carrying a ream of paper.
Well,
Looking like
once
you're
I get up to
shitting
you, I'm
yourself.
like, what in the world happened to you?
We'll talk about it when we get back. Let's go,
Can I have the
Can I
bag
carry?
real quick?
please.
So I
Um,
load up and head off.
yeah. Thea, quickly, could you and I'm gonna point to the cuff on Elsbeth's arm. It's a problem.
I guess.
Would you have
I've-
brought any of your things like that with you, or would you have left them home before you went to, say, the bank?
That's probably a wise decision.
No, I would have had it with me because it's a coin that I keep with me. That gives me the ability to do that. And I always bring my picks with me. So I have two options. So first question, the cuff, does it have picks?
Are you
Actually,
gonna,
no, we're out in front of everybody.
Yeah, are you
I'm
gonna
sit
first
down and do
use
this in the middle
knock.
of the street?
First,
I,
I'm gonna
Knock is
use
a loud
knock.
spell.
Oh,
yeah,
is it?
knock
Yes.
It makes a
it-
noise. It knocks, and people can hear it. Hear the spell go off.
I figure with your sleight of hand, you could probably palm it. But if you think it's smarter for us to wait until we're back at the house, then yeah, let's just wait until we're back at the house.
I mean, I do have a really good sleight of hand. We can
You
try
do.
it.
But I also know we're getting the side eye by several guards.
Yes, us
So
standing
maybe
around
that's-
trying to get something off his or her wrist is going to be problematic. Let's move.
Yeah,
Probably.
all right.
I haven't committed any crimes.
Shush.
Today,
You eat.
Asterisk, caveat.
footnote.
Of the entire party, the person with the smallest criminal record is me.
None of us have done. Okay, so everyone except Thea has done has not done crimes.
I've
He's
not been
like,
caught.
none of us. Check that. Most of us.
There's been nothing charged.
Listen, just because you haven't been caught does not mean that you have not performed the acts.
Eh,
It just means you're a good
Your
thief.
record of it. That's all.
eh.
It just means you're a good thief and you have talent.
Okay. As you head back to your home
Yep.
base,
Yep.
and you're getting into the neighborhood, because you're
Mhm.
right between two neighborhoods. You're basically along the edge of the one district.
Yep.
Everybody give me a perception roll, please.
Fuck.
Yay!
Yay!
One, two,
10.
three.
18.
Wait a minute. What did you say, Thea?
23.
I have a question, DM.
Okay.
If it is lower than my passive perception,
You're not paying attention.
okay.
You're preoccupied and you blew it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got a 14, but
Dundon, you said 15?
18.
18.
I
Elsbeth.
probably
10.
Okay. The two of you are still clearly distracted. You're not paying attention to the city nearly enough.
which
And
two?
Yadu is like, no, I can't see anything else. I'm hurting them.
Yeah, I'm too focused in on, let's go.
But Thea and Dundon, you actually see that there was a person who appeared to be knocking at your door and is now walking away. That person has a very particular look. And I forget, Thea, what was your home prior to your heading off into the land of adventures? Dundon, you were from a mountain tribe sort of far north and east.
Yes.
Mine was, hold on.
It's been so long she forgot.
Well, there is that.
I don't have notes on where it actually was, like specifics, just an Elven enclave that was
Okay.
in the woods.
The Elven Enclave we can work that out moving forward, but that the Elven Enclave tells me what I need to know from my mental map. Do either of you have heraldry?
That would be probably a history.
History knowledge?
History.
Yeah, that would be history.
I do. Part of the researcher thing that I have that I never use.
Do a roll for that for me, please.
18.
So the person that's walking away from your door, number one, you perceive immediately that this person is some form of warrior. There's no disguise. There's a certain look, right?
Mhm.
He has the walk, has the carriage, the bearing.
Yeah.
the frame
Yeah.
of somebody
Civilian clothes, but
What's that?
there's a quote: "It's civilian clothes, but those boys can be naked. You can see their uniforms."
Well, that's just it. It looks like civilian clothes, but he is very clearly Azinthian.
Azinthian.
Yeah, the planes that you just cut all the way across to get here.
Oh, 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 that's not good.
And or where the capital city was that has other particular noble connections, let's say.
That's not good.
What's not good?
See, it's gonna pause and slow down the group and kind of just point.
Yeah.
When you point the person out, and Dundon, you recognize a warrior right away. You were like,
Right.
oh no, check out that guy's knuckles. He done beat some people down.
Look at the dent he put in the door while knocking.
Buff out.
But Yadu, do you have history?
I do not.
I do.
I do.
Elspeth,
I do
go
have
ahead.
a +1 for history, or +2 for history.
Do I get advantage if it's anything relating to?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yadu, go ahead and give me a roll anyway,
Blind luck, we'll see.
because there might be something that you make a connection with.
I am
26.
zapped to shit.
Is
16.
this? I'm sorry. What was that?
Go ahead.
16.
16.
You're not quite. You're like, Azinthian. Okay, got it. Elsbeth, that would be the royal colors.
So is this history as in skills or history as in?
Histories and skills.
Okay, I do have history.
Give it a whirl.
I rolled 21.
Yeah, you're like, I'm pretty sure that's one of the brigades that's stationed right at the capital, usually.
And they know where we live. This is not a good thing.
Well, either they think it's us or the people who were there before us.
Well, I'm hoping I'll be optimistic and hope it's that old fucker who's a governor, mayor of a podunk town in the middle of the Azinthian plains.
I
Yeah.
dare him to start shit with us with after all the things he's done.
Well,
I will go
this
out
guy
of my way to mess up him and his town at this point.
The
I don't
mayor
think
is
this
not
particular-
the bad guy here.
Also, the mayor doesn't wear royal colors.
right.
Yeah,
Or is
no,
connected to royal colors in any way.
no. We don't care about him being connected with them. It's either they are there because of us or because he was the last noted owner of this place until recently.
Right.
And he's brought more trouble to our door again. Tax collector 1.
Yeah, it's a 300 gold back. There are 300 gold in back taxes. Oh, eat shit.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so we slow our roll and wait until this guy fucks off.
Okay.
Does our
That's-
house have a back door?
No.
No, not yet.
Well,
He's
I'm
got
trying to.
he's got
I'm
a
trying to
wild
want-
shape into the Kool-Aid man. Oh,
Oh yeah.
Listen, give me one level. Give me one level.
If you're gonna make a back door, make an escape tunnel.
I mean, I fully intended to. We have a dwarf. We have a
you just did the equivalent of I know a guy.
we have a
I know,
dwarf.
right? It's like,
I'm a
what am I
druid who
doing
lives in a
here?
cave.
He's got a shovel. We'll be all right.
I mean, you want me to dig a tunnel into the house from here? I can do that.
We don't got to worry about water lines and water tables.
Got it
Well,
covered.
this is an island.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
I got it covered.
It'll be fine.
Not a worry.
Have some badger moles, we might be in a bit of trouble.
Bring your snorkel. You'll be all right.
I can breathe
It'll be
underwater.
fine. I'll just redirect the water.
Thea
There you
still
go.
can't
Fine.
swim, but you know.
I'll make a fountain.
But I can breathe underwater now, so we're good.
Yeah,
No, I took that
So you just
back.
gotta fish me out.
that's true.
No,
But
I
that's
took my thing back.
oh
I still
god.
have water breathability.
But that's okay. So I guess we're gonna sneak in the only way we have, the front door.
So it's not really sneaking. We're just going to go in the front door.
Yeah, basically.
Re-enable the traps.
Yes,
But we are
correct.
gonna check for traps to see if there's anything else that he might have put on the door, being that they're the royal guard.
Yep.
Thea just said check for traps.
We
Unprompted.
already got
Unprompted.
New year, new Thea.
a 19.
Oh my god, she's learning.
Woohoo!
They grow up so fast.
It's
Huzzah!
it's a one-off. I guarantee it.
That's
One-off.
right.
Probably.
I'll take
We
it.
already got messed up with the door once with the taxes. You think Thea doesn't have that in her brain with this house in particular?
Fucking doors. Well, listen, between this door, the door in the Temple of the Willing, fucking the door that required blood to go through it for a portal, we're just gonna have a passive beef with doors, aren't we?
Oh, there's more. I have a host of them.
Oh, it's the magic door of death, Belmont.
It's going to look like the Scooby-Doo hallway chase pretty soon.
Oh my various gods.
And I'll just
Hi.
keep digging new holes to go in.
All right,
Okay.
so
Beautiful.
yeah,
So he
we
heads
make our
off.
way inside.
You make your way inside. No big deal. You are in your home. You are safe at home base. Do you
Close the door.
explain to everybody what the cuff is about?
Yes.
Oh,
Close
please,
the door,
lock the
please.
door.
Lock the door, close the windows. So we were ambushed by bounty hunters again, who were trying to grab Elsbeth. They came prepared, slapped a magic cuff on her, and
I can't
then
cast.
then most of them died.
We heard.
Good.
That's why
Kinda
you look
soft.
like you, so that's why you look like you self-barbecued.
Correct.
Mm.
One
Okay.
of them got away. I'm not sure if I want to go out trying to find them or let that one be the messenger for the others. On one hand, if they're all dead, that gives us an advantage. On the other hand, it might dissuade the less bold from coming after Elsbeth. On the other hand,
really competitive.
usually, yes. However, they're also opportunistic, like predators, and won't go after things that know they can kill them. Money's of no value if you're dead. So look,
I know a number of liches that would argue with you.
we're
I
not
mean,
liches.
intrinsically, it retains its value.
I mean, yes, but you can't spend it if you're dead.
Well, others can.
I mean, yes.
You others mean Thea.
Thea will take it off your dead body. It's okay.
We know.
We're going to tell you that story later, guys.
But look, so that happened. It's going to probably be an ongoing problem. We need to think more carefully about where we show up. And turning to Elsbeth specifically, we need to do something about your hair. Whether you change the color, where you wear a head covering, I don't care
Hate it.
what your solution is, but it is a beacon. Even amongst all of these people, you still stand out.
Someone get this off me.
Thea's just gonna giggle.
I hear and understand. I just need this off.
We also
Yeah.
don't know if that's tracking as well.
Thea, can you take the cuff off of Elspeth, please?
If we're worried about scrying, yes, this would make it easier to scry on me. But but odds are there's someone, if these people are being sent by my father and they're at the stage where they're trying to scry my location, they're going to use him to do it, which means I'm not going to have an easy time hiding anyway.
I got 19 for picking locks. Want to try that first? No?
Nothing.
Ooh.
All right. Let's try knock then.
How I forget how you have that ability.
It's through my token that I always have on me,
Okay.
where I can cast it twice a day.
Okay. And you mumble. Knock does nothing.
Ooh.
Don't 0 results. Magic
Interesting.
failed.
Hold on. Let me go in my bag of goodies.
So this thing is difficult. They really wanted the
Knock
Do you
fail.
think I could hit it with my warhammer?
let
You want to
me
break my arm?
worse.
He
Do
can
you
heal
want to
you.
remember what I said about I can't do bits and pieces? Breaking a
God
magic.
who can heal you with your own blood.
I mean, yeah. Let me explain. Magical items, when you break them, tend to break explosively. They're
So,
not
Dan,
meant.
recalling what you've been through before, do we have a way to have Elspeth be gaseous?
I think we do have. I have at least one potion of gaseous
I don't
form,
have any butter.
but this thing is.
It's negating magic, which means taking the potion might negate the potion, which would put us right where we were. I'm just trying to
Correct.
think through options here.
Oh no, I agree with you. That was one of my first suggestions. It was between that and a scroll of knock, but now that we know knock doesn't work, so
That butter might work.
I'd rather not destroy this because this would be a very useful tool once we get it off of our wizard.
Yes, but we can't unlock it to use
Right.
on somebody else.
Not some butter,
For
please.
now, we just have to find whoever has the key.
It's probably the bard or whoever they were going to deliver me to. Which means two possibilities.
Well,
Either we find someone who's able to get this off, or I become bait.
that's not a bad option.
Can you shrink, Elsbeth?
No. Even
Um,
if I had the spell to do it, I can't.
let me test something. I promise this won't hurt. Elsbeth, are you missing? How are you feeling? Were you wounded at all?
No. No, you blew everything up.
Sorry, just had a moment. All right, Thea, gently stab Elspeth so I can heal her real quick.
Let me stab her.
Thea's gonna not even question it.
No. That was out of character. That was out of character. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what this is.
Yeah, this is from the brief bit of
Oh.
LARPing. This is out of character.
Oh.
Like, oh, we're slipping into that evil bit here. Okay.
oh.
Are your clothes damaged at all?
Question for this would be a DM question because I used a magic item to negate any of the damage that was coming at me. So
No damage to
okay.
the clothes.
All right, I'm gonna take my +3 dagger. Hold still.
Don't use them.
I'm gonna cut just a small cut in the fabric of somewhere on Elsbeth, and I'm gonna cast mending on it.
Okay.
Does it work?
Yep.
Okay. So spells can still affect Elsbeth,
Well, they affect my clothing.
at least your clothing. Listen, do you want me to stab you?
I will.
No, I know you will. That's why I'm not asking you. You will do so with enthusiasm, as I'm sure.
Well, and the other piece, as someone who has to use blood to heal, I can do it in the least invasive way possible. So if you would allow me, Elspeth, give me your
Allow
palm.
you, yes.
All right.
I'll punch you in the lip.
So yeah, so I'm gonna do what I did to Marty Nesvig in the 5th grade. True story. Get a hold of Elspeth's hand and punch her in the nose.
So soft, such a
Motherfucker!
It's
Nope.
bleeding, right? Marty's was.
Yeah.
Okay, well then we get unlike what we did in the 5th grade when I gathered Marty's blood so we could study it under a microscope. We literally Marty was so worried about getting his finger pricked that we're like, don't worry, we're not gonna prick your finger. Just hand me your hand. Bap! We gathered the blood and studied it. True story. So I will reach up with with my palm and place it over the nose and heal.
What a fucking way to bring in the new year.
Funny pictures before stream, funny stories during stream, and the GM is rapidly losing the ability to breathe.
Our
Oh,
wizard made of
dear.
tissue paper and sadness. How are we going to science our way out of this strange cuff? Here, it's the school of percussive maintenance.
Yeah, it would have been a palm strike, but you're not wrong.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh my God. So, does it heal Elsbeth?
sure.
Good.
Great. As soon as I see that, it's oh, good. I'm just gonna hand to fucking upper chest cast gaseous form on Elsbeth.
Okay. And in fact, the bracelet clanks to the floor.
And as soon as it clanks to the floor, disable it. And not it, but disable the effect and gaseous form.
Okay.
Okay. So what we've learned today. There are some I'm picking up the cuff. These are not cheap.
No, they're not.
So
And
there are
you
some
have to have the attuned key
yes.
in order to make it stop working.
So the people who want to come after Elsbeth are willing to put down a lot of money to bring her back, which also
Yes,
means
my father.
yes, which also means they're just as likely to send people who are willing to kill the rest of us to bring you back.
Never let them do that.
I don't think you letting them is going to be in the question when they come to try and get you back. I understand.
Oh, yes, it will.
Worked out that way today.
I appreciate your noble optimism, but given what we've seen so far, they haven't sent the negotiating types.
It's
The
not. That's not noble optimism. That's authority.
We
Well-
also have to consider the fact that the display of magic that Elsbeth produced during the tournament. No. Yes. No.
Yeah.
The wizard school.
The wizard school debacle.
Yeah.
And her performance, as it were, at the party may have garnered her some additional
Infamy.
enemies just from the local.
True. So, either way,
Local
they're out
nobody has
there.
a harder time doing stuff to me in this particular case.
Well, it's a matter of it doesn't really matter who they're from at the moment. There are people with a lot of money and power trying to get you away from us.
Hopefully, it's not the society that we just befriended.
No.
I doubt. I figure if the Spire Society wanted Elsbeth, there's nothing we could do to stop that. Hell,
Unless it's somebody within the Spire Society who's operating outside of the Spire Society.
I don't think so.
well, given how everything that we've known has been wrong the past few months, I'm willing to put a pin in it.
Yep.
I've it seems to be this very strange trend of wizards wanting to go out and do their own thing.
Funny like that, aren't they?
Indeed. But look, all
No
I'm
work
saying is
ethic.
we need to be careful and we need to start planning ahead and not split up. Which speaking of, did
So are
we
you
get
guys
everything
gonna be
into the
able to
bag?
recognize the
The
bard?
Yeah, I got a very
find him
good
again.
look at her.
Okay.
we know the general direction which she fucked off afterwards, but we lost her down an alleyway, which is very ironic.
How are you at drawing?
I'm pretty decent. I could probably give you a sketch.
We make a few
GM
sketches and just
question.
post them up around town to
Well, if it's a bounty,
raise awareness of that person.
well, I don't know if I would want to post it around town, but I think we might be able to go to a few places that might attract those sorts of people. I'm going to just slowly look at Thea. Just like last time, right?
Possibly.
Hopefully not as atrocious as last time.
You're the one that was making atrocious decisions.
Listen, I nearly got us into a fight. You let an evil out into the world, which is still haunting us to this day.
Semantics
Potato,
here.
potato.
You'll note she didn't deny it.
It's semantics.
So I think the sketch idea is a really good idea. Thank you.
Just wondering if we post it up, the guards see it, and then if they come across them, maybe they would ask them why their picture's on a post-it sign.
Maybe.
But we want their key.
We want their key and we want information from them. And if the guards lock them up, that's going to
And
be
we know where to
miserable.
find them.
We allegedly know where to find them. I don't even know their name. We'll have to think of something. Get some information. If they haven't decided to just bail on this city after seeing all of their teammates get obliterated.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, but think of the surprise that there's more of us.
That is true. That would be fun. But
Leah's gonna put the bag or the cuff in her magic proof bag.
Okay.
I just had the worst idea ever.
Then don't say it.
I have to get it out of my system. I'm sorry. I have Skywrite. I could put that bitch's face in the sky.
Oh, okay, that kind of idea. Okay.
Talk about a beacon and we're looking for you.
I'ma find you. I even have
Passive
it.
aggressive threats even when we're not around.
I even have it prepared.
You guys are crushing it. It's gonna
I'm
be
not-
awesome.
I'm not gonna do that because I have an IQ above room temperature, but also
Well, I have a question for you, Eric.
Okay.
While I don't have artist's tools, I have a really good memory, and I spent my entire childhood locked in the house. So while I not necessarily have artist's tools or painter's tools, I feel like I could do a really solid sketch.
You can do some pretty valid pen and ink.
Yeah.
I've got charcoal.
You have a whole new set of paper, a couple of vials of ink.
Save your ink for the reason you bought it. I've got
Yes.
charcoal.
Try and hand me the charcoal.
Charcoal's good.
I will hand Elsbeth the charcoal.
Here's what you look like.
How was your trip to the bank, by the way?
Entirely successful, amazingly so. It changed my life, I'll tell you later.
Yeah, he found his next girlfriend.
Shut up!
As soon as he says that, I'm going to look over at Thea and Dunton. Is he okay?
I
recover.
I am
I-
wonderful.
I have never seen him this happy aside from kicking open doors and scaring cultists. What did you do at the bank? Actually, hold on, Thea, don't answer that. Dundon, what did they do at the bank?
Let's just say he had a meet cute.
A what?
A what?
A meet
Wow.
cute.
For the
I mean,
non-readers in the crowd.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's got a crush.
Enough out of you.
God is gonna crush you.
I'll take it from you, Dundon. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thea, may I have my bag back?
Yeah,
Thank
tosses
you.
it back.
You must
Take-
admit she was amazing.
I'm worried about, you know what? I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I think that would disturb me more than some of the things we've dealt with so far. Oh, okay. We've got supplies to make more equipment, more potions. Our next plan.
Whiskey.
Valid
Solid
plan.
Tango Foxtrot?
That's the summary of the day. All right. So we can we're gonna make a copy of the Codex, Twilight Codex. We had a couple avenues to explore from there. One of which was going back to Mouse and getting the information about who the buyer was from him, which I doubt will be easy because he doesn't seem to be the type to sell his clients information. That seems to be bad for his business. We can go back to the house, the manor on the island, and do a little more exploring to get some more information since we kind of left a little expeditiously.
Yeah.
Were there any other options and routes out there that I'm missing?
We need to collect our money from Hook Hill.
We do,
Mhm.
as that will need to go into the bank.
I'm
Which
sure Yadu will have no complaints.
None whatsoever.
which it would probably be good to go and check in with them
Yeah.
anyways.
Well, how about this? I'm not leaving the house.
Someone needs to be to babysit you at all times.
They clearly know this house. Did you forget our visitor that was here while we weren't?
Yeah, but no one answered the door.
That doesn't mean they don't know this house. They're going to be watching this place. Anyone with any degree of interest in us at this point in time is not going to generally run along the lines of an incompetent buffoon.
Let me ask this. If he was really coming here to do harm to Elsbeth, would he have knocked?
No, they
Potentially.
broke it in.
Well, we don't know why they were here as of yet. But Azinthian royalty, I mean, it's easy to make a guess that it's something to do with Elsbeth. But
I mean, I was promised to an Azathan family.
oh, well then yeah, never mind. It's probably you. Okay.
Oh, did I not mention that part?
No, not to me at least.
Nope, that's new.
Pretty
You
sure I
mentioned-
mentioned that.
Whoops.
You mentioned very little to me.
Say that again.
See, listen, this may have been a little, no, this was after. You have no excuse. We had this whole, like, yeah, let's just air out the truth, things that we should know about traveling together. That's just kind of a big deal. Okay. Unimportant.
Are any of you Avatar Last Airbender fans?
Vaguely.
Hmm?
This is totally the Topha and Azuko field trip moment right there. This field trip
Yes,
is
it is.
terrible.
Just, okay. All right. So let's just get all of this story straight, just so we all have a very clear idea of the fuckery that we are now involved with. We are currently in possession of a runaway noble who's been promised to an Azinthian noble family, who actively wants to get their hands on Elsbeth, a group of bounty hunters that actively wants to get their hands on Elsbeth for a copious sum that has probably only risen since Thea and I last saw the bounty. We have the Golden Circle doing a bunch of Golden Circle fuckery. We have a shard that is indefinitely in no way possessed. What else am I missing? Oh, there's the definitely not a devil of any variety or some other horrible kind of entity that Thea let out from the Temple of the Willing.
And has a contract with.
And has a pact, yeah, and a contract with.
Without reading the terms and, check the box without reading the Apple licensing agreement.
Dundon, do you have anything to add to this list?
You know,
Any
Other than
mysterious?
saving the world
I mean, yes, we're
as a
trying to.
general.
Yeah. Any long or any secret marriages, any deep held secrets, pacts, arrangements with a forgotten entity.
No.
Excellent. I can always count on you. Iadu,
Yeah.
anything you want to add?
My father's a high-ranking member of the Crimson Crescent, and my sister's a hired assassin.
Fuck.
Sorry, what? You give me shit?
Yes.
Yeah, can you repeat that slowly?
I certainly can.
You are a high-ranking
No.
official?
My father is a high-ranking official within the Crimson Crescent who I am trying to bring down.
Okay, cool. So fratricide was already on the menu.
Fratricide was already on the menu, and the reason is I'm carrying his weapon, and you see me hold up the cane that I'm now masking the halberd as. This is his.
Okay. All right.
I point
Cool.
at Thea. That knife is my sister. She's a hired assassin.
Oh, I like.
No.
Good taste.
Oh God. Okay. Does anyone else have anything they would like? Oh, let me just reiterate mine. I'm trying to get my wife back. Don't know where the fuck her soul is. That's why we have an issue with the Golden Circle. Fuck those guys.
I like beer.
I love my notes. Azathan lost his wife's soul.
Yeah, don't know where the fuck that is. I have reasons to not like the Golden Circle. Oh, they can't be that bad. And then they pushed a cleric down a hole. So yeah.
I mean, yeah, we started listening
And
to you
his
after
holy
that one.
symbol was missing. So there's a high-ranking official's holy symbol still lurking somewhere.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know who that was with. I'd have to go back and check my records because I know Eric name dropped them, but I did not take notes because I am bad at that.
Oh yeah, it was the people who just desecrated the temple in the first place when we picked up Elsbeth.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well, don't I feel like the boring one of the group?
Dundon, you are an anchor of sanity and just straightforward steadfastness in this group. Don't ever think that isn't appreciated.
So you're gonna start brewing that whiskey?
Oh wow, yeah, I am. Fuck yes, I am.
Little homebrew coming at you. Hold on.
The small errands could be done today. I just can't leave. And as Azathan has said many times, I need a babysitter.
I should give you a little more dignity than that. You need bodyguards.
Yeah.
It's still babysitting duty, but
Well, now that I can make
Sounds bet-
explosions, people are going through that door with hostile intent are going to have some nasty surprises.
this is true, but I will remind
Well,
you we
that's-
are in a city.
You have the ability to mask your appearance. Can you do
I
that
have-
for others?
I was just looking at that. So mask many faces doesn't do that. Hold on, I have other ones.
You have a disguise kit.
Do I?
We'll just give
No,
her
I
a nice
don't.
beard.
Oh, you do not?
Mm-mm.
I thought you did.
Probably buy one.
Easily.
Or you could just buy me some hair dye.
I could
I mean,
get
or I
some of
could
this
just
and we can
confuse
make you a
people.
beard.
He's gonna
Yeah.
make you a weave.
I mean, could I just do this? And Thea's just gonna do mask of many faces invocation and make myself look like Elsbeth.
A body double would be useful.
Yes, we could all be Elsbeth.
No,
Because I can
That-
make myself look like it.
so
Keep us out of those fantasies, all right?
nice.
That is a really good trick. Let's keep that one in the bag for later.
Yeah, because her leaving someplace and then being able to cancel the spell after drawing everybody away while a hooded and cloaked person leaves with us, we might be able to use that later.
Very
Yes.
much so. It's just going to be a matter of having Thea be able to act like Elsbeth. Because anyone who's hunting for Elsbeth with any knowledge of, well, Elsbeth,
Yeah, but normal bounty hunters aren't going to know that.
it depends. Because
Run of the
again,
mill.
Yeah, but Thea's also got high dexterity, so if anyone's gonna be able to get
Ow.
her walk,
Yeah,
it's gonna be Thea.
very true.
And Thea's watched it enough, given our marching order, so.
Yeah. It's just a matter of being a very convincing Elsbeth. Okay. Great.
So the real
Anything else?
question is, what's your next course of action? What are you where are you going? Who are you talking to? What are you doing next?
We should get our money.
I
You
think
have-
to
I'm
bend,
you
actually
have
in
a certain
agreement with Thea
focus.
for once.
yeah, I think to bend because it gets us out of the city proper, and we
Yeah.
can
I
see if
see.
trouble follows us. And we go
Okay.
together as a group. The best bodyguards are going to be 4 people stationed around Elspeth at all times while we make our way out of the city and get further away from the greatest place of harm.
I agree.
Okay. Notably, the person that you are supposed to make contact with about the shard that you are carrying is in the Terremoto district.
Yes, I was going to mention that, but I wanted to
Yeah.
wait and get them on the road, sir. So know that
Which
your
is-
players know that.
On the other side of Bend, basically. You have to go
Right.
to the land, hang a right.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, you,
we
you
go to
had mentioned
Bend
that, so I figured get them to Bend and then I'll mention that.
while we're here.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree. I can agree with that. We also need to find time for Elsbeth to copy the Twilight Codex.
That will be a lengthy process.
Okay. So it's going to
Unless I
ideally,
just sit down and like spend a couple of days straight working that, it's gonna take time.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what the page count would be, how much you could knock out in a day with accuracy.
There's not many rules on that. It's normally the only rules that come into play there are for copying spells, and that includes experimentation, which is why there's a gold cost. But I have with my keen mind, it's like I've got it memorized right now. So if I just spent the day doing that, I think I could get a lot done just like a single day.
if that was the only thing you were doing.
I mean,
Basically,
yeah, if you wanted to go grocery shopping and stuff while I jotted out all my notes, like
yeah, but this is again the whole we can't leave you be.
We may have to wait on the codex. I think we go to Bend first.
I
Get it
agree.
done.
It's probably a good idea.
it's just Mass is gonna start getting annoyed after too long.
You
Who?
you possess the codex. You own you currently own
Hmm.
the one and only.
Yeah.
You have the leverage.
Sure.
People will wait for us.
What happened?
Mouse,
Well,
Mouse does not know if we were successful or not.
Mouse
Yeah,
doesn't
all-
know if you lived or not.
correct. He doesn't even know if the first group he said, he didn't even know if they were dead.
Oh, okay.
So Mouse is not as much of a thumb as he has on connections, he does not have information. So given the events of that evening, I think we've bought some cooldown time.
Right. Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, let's use it
Also,
wisely.
considering all the mess that's happened, waiting a little while.
Yeah, Mouse is
Yeah.
going to be off of his foundation for a little bit here with everything that's going on, trying to figure out how he can profit from it. So let's use that time to get out of the city. If the trouble's drawn with us, we have a greater chance to be able to go all ham on it and kill it.
In a place that isn't so dense with people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So first things first, to Bend.
To Bend.
Okay.
Okay. And I think that is a great place to stop.